Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing great today. In today's video, we're going to start taking backups of our container database and the pluggable database. In our previous lesson, we had looked at how to configure some settings for Arrowman operations. So today we want to start taking backups, and then hopefully we'll progress to different recovery scenarios. Okay, so just stay with me as I walk you through this process. So the first thing I want to do, let me just try to connect to the database as the sys user, and then check to ensure that my database is in archive log mode. Okay, so for that, you can see I'm already connected. So I'll just type the command archive log list. Now you can see from the output that archive log is enabled. In your own database, it may have been disabled. So assuming your database is in no archive log mode, how would you enable the database to be running in archive log mode? Very simple. All you need to do is to shut down the database first using the shutdown immediate command. Okay, you can see that the database has been shut down, right? And then the next thing you want to do is to use the startup mount command. Okay, so you can see that the database is already mounted. Now, the next thing you want to do is to ensure that you set the log archive destination to actually use the database recovery file destination. Okay, now for that, I'll just execute this simple alter system set log archive destination, and then I'll give the recovery file destination, and I'll use scope equal to SP file to write the changes to the SP file. If I enter, you'll see that system has been altered. Then after that, you now issue this command, alter database archive log. You can see database has been altered. Now you can go ahead and open the database by using the command alter database open. Database has been altered. Go ahead and open all the pluggable databases by running the command alter pluggable database all open. Okay, so again, run the command archive log list to ensure that your database is running in archive log mode, and then you can see of a truth the database is running in archive log mode. Okay, so this is how you place your database in archive log mode, just in case it is not running in archive log mode. Now, does it mean that you cannot take backups when the database is not running in archive log mode? Absolutely not. You can actually take a backup, but the difference is that you need to shut down the database entirely, okay, and then start it up in mount mode before you are able to take backup. And this type of backup is referred to as offline or cold backup or consistent backup, right? But then backups that are taken when the database is in archive log mode is referred to as online backup or hot backup or inconsistent backup, because the backups will be taken while the database is up and running, right? And then a key benefit of enabling archive log mode is that during the point of recovery, you can actually recover to the last minute change of your database. That's just the difference, okay? So for production databases, it's always advisable that you run on archive log mode. So having said that, let me just quickly exit the SQL Plus and clear my screen as usual. Now we can go ahead and actually invoke our Arrowman so we can take backup of our database. As usual, I want to connect to the Arrowman utility using the sys backup privilege, okay? So let's see how it goes. Now I'm connected to the target database, And so now I want to take a full backup of the database plus the archive log. Note that this backup will be for the entire CDB. So for that, I'll run the command backup database tag and then plus archive log tag log underscore full. So I've given a tag like a name tag for the backup, and you can see that the backup has started successfully. So let's give it some time and then let's see what this backup entails. Okay, so we can see that the backup is complete now. So what do we have to do next? We want to list the backup set so that we can see what and what was backed up, right? Let's have an idea what the entire backup contains, okay? So for that, I'll use the command list backup sets. Okay, so let's observe. Let's look at our backup set and let's try to analyze the content of the backup, okay? Okay, so looking at our output, let's take a look at backup set key number 4, number 5, and of course, number 6. So for backup set key number 4, every information you see here is related to the root container. That's your CDB, okay? All the data files that are contained in your root container, you can see them displayed here already. You can see them displayed here. And then if you look at backup set 5, you would observe that it contains details of your PDB1, that's your pluggable database 1. So with that single command, we were able to back up not just the container database, but we were also able to back up the pluggable database PDB1. And then if you look at backup set 6, you would see that the pluggable database seed, that's the template PDB that came with the database, was also backed up. And then another thing you want to observe again is the fact that your SP file was included in the backup, your control file was also backed up. Now, another command we can use to actually view the backup set is list backup set of database. And then the output gives you the backup set, just as we looked at it previously, But then if we want to look at specifics, okay, you can use the command list backup set of database roots. Now this would list only the backup set of the root database. As you can see from the output, we have just backup set key number 4, which has to do with the container database. Now, a very pertinent question you want to ask yourself is, in the event of a crash, can this backup be used to restore a pluggable database? The obvious answer should be yes, because the backup actually contains backup files of both the container database and the pluggable database. So yes, the backup can be used to restore a PDB. However, to convince you further, use the command list backup set, of pluggable database PDB1. Specify the PDB, please. And then you can see the backup files for the pluggable database PDB1. Okay, so the next thing I want to show to you is how to back up specific pluggable database. Let's assume you don't want to take a backup of the entire CDB and all other PDBs. You just want to back up one particular PDB. How do you do that? Very simple. Use the command backup pluggable database PDB1 and then you give the tag. Okay, so let's execute this and then let's see how it goes. Okay, so our backup is finished. Now let's try to retrieve the backup set information. So we use the command list backup set of pluggable database PDB1, and then we add the summary keyword. So you can now see that this particular command gives you a summary, like a summarized picture of your database. So look at the backup of the pluggable database that we just took. And then this was the previous backup that we took for the entire database. Again, we can also backup table spaces. Assuming you don't want to take a complete backup of the entire database, you can choose to backup your table spaces, right? So as an example, let's take a backup of the user's table space in PDB1. So for that, we use the command backup table space PDB column users, and then we give the tag name, okay, and execute. You can see that the backup is done, and you observe that it didn't take so much time because it was just the table space we backed up and not the pluggable database or the entire container, right? So again, to view this backup, to view the details of this backup, we use the command list backup of table space, and then we give the pluggable database name and the table space name and add the keyword summary. So you can look at it. We have the backup of the user's table space here and all the previous backups we've taken. So guys, these are just a few ways of taking backups of your container database and your pluggable database. In my next video, I'll show you different recovery scenarios. Okay, when you run into problems, okay, if you lose a control file, if you lose a table space, what can you do to recover them? We'll look at different recovery scenarios and we'll take it up from there. Thank you guys for staying with me. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was interesting to you. If it was, please like it and share it widely. And most importantly, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you've not subscribed, and turn on the notification bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload another valuable content. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.